cleaner anyway. Well, that's good. I guess I'll kind of update a little bit here. So we are considering moving. Surprise! So I was talking to Brittany because we have when we came home, it was really crazy because we were just overwhelmed by the humidity and I couldn't breathe. and we all know how humidity is, but it was interesting because we both had the thought, Nathan and I, that to look into like whether or not humidity makes an impact on lupus, and apparently there have been some studies that say that it does. And so we thought it was interesting because during the trip, like the first half of the trip, I would get tired, and like when we were in Idaho, I had to have a couple times when I crashed, but I didn't really crash too many times the rest of the trip. Like I'd have to take it easy and like lay down at Legoland or SeaWorld and things like that on a bench, like because we were out there all day long. But even that night, like I would be able to go to sleep and then wake up and be ready to go instead of having to like sleep, really hard or really long. And yeah, so it was just interesting because it was kind of like the first part, my body was still like recovering. And then like the second half, it was like, oh, I feel a lot better, it made us both wonder, like, I wonder if we'd stayed out there longer, like, would it be even like an issue? 'Cause I could stay outside, like, all day long and not have like super flares, which is great. Whereas when we got here, the day that on Monday, we had to quickly clean out the car and get it taken back because we got home at like 3:30 or 2:30 or something, and we have an hour drive to where we had to drop it back off, or 45-minute drive. And so we were just getting the car cleaned out, and Nathan was unloading everything. I was trying to like make sense of it inside the house, and then we needed both of us to go out there, and it was just like I could just feel like my body was just like draining so fast. And on the trip, I realized kind of the analogy, I guess, is like I'm like a really old cell phone where like I can charge up, and sometimes it takes a long time to charge up, but I can charge up and then like it just doesn't hold the charge. So my body just gets drained really fast instead of like, being able to last the whole day and even into 2 days like a good cell phone could. I'm one of those cell phones that like, you do a Polo and you're at like 30%, like my phone right now, like after it was at like 100. So just needing like multiple charges throughout the day. Since I can't replace my body, it's kind of like you just got to make do and figure out what can optimize it so that you're not wasting energy. And I think that the humidity just zaps it, like super fast. So I just hide inside the house and I don't go outside unless it's like the early morning or like the evening time. But like the whole day, it's just kind of like, bleh. Not all times through the year, but, definitely during the summertime. So Nathan and I were saying like, well, what would be the point, like of staying here if I don't even have the energy to do any of the farm stuff anymore? Like I can't garden unless I wake up in the morning, and I don't wake up in the morning because I am so tired. And, so I don't like get a good, I don't wake up until like 9 or something most days. Anyway, so it's just interesting. So we've been thinking about, we talked to Brittany a little bit, and just because of course San Diego area is like the perfect place to be, climate wise. It just is stable temperature and humidity and all those things. And so we were looking into that, and it just doesn't seem like that would be a realistic thing to do, move out in California, though there are some Boeing jobs there. So we were looking at Colorado and maybe Ogden and Seattle are the three big ones that we're like seriously considering right now. So there are some job openings that Nathan could apply for. And maybe, you know, there would be other ones that come along. I think he's going to talk to his boss and just let him know that we're going to be applying, or he's going to be applying. And it's just kind of crazy and totally unexpected. It was really hard actually to come home on Monday, and I just bawled, like with that prompting that we both had. Like it was just crazy. It was totally unexpected. We were both like, maybe we should move. Like maybe this isn't the right place. And so I think what we would do is we would do like, consider it to be like a trial where we would move someplace. We'd keep the house and we would move someplace for, 18 months is the minimum. Boeing just started this thing where you have to stay in a position for 18 months at least before you can transfer. I guess people have been just like job hopping to like move up the ladder. So anyhow, anyway, so we are thinking that might be a good thing, and we're kind of in a good position age-wise with the kids and colleagues-wise and all kinds of things. So that's exciting. If you have any thoughts, like I said, Ogden, Heather, that would be really close to you. It would be like right by Hill Air Force Base, so that would be fun, and that would be nice and close to Linda and, well, everybody. Really, it would be closer to everybody. And Brittany pointed out like there's some towns up in Ogden Mountain, the canyon there, that might be good. It's just bizarre. Like we've never wanted to move. Like we've never even had that thought that we would move. So this really has kind of like blindsided us. Anyway, so we'll see. Seattle is not the top contender as far as like the politics and that it gets so dreary. I think that would be really hard for me to be out there in the gloom. I love the green, and I think if it was like clear skies, that would be like heaven. But I like rain. I just don't like it to be like dreary for 6 months of the year. I would have a hard time with that. So then we're thinking like Denver or Colorado Springs might be good, because even though it gets cold, it's sunny. I'm looking outside as I'm like thinking about all these things. Anyway, so we don't really know. But we'll see. So that's our exciting news. And kind of crazy. And it's not a definite, it's just a possibility that we're looking into. So, fun stuff. Bye.